Listen, we might be in the middle of a tech news drought, but in this episode, we have tech news and drama. So, there's that. Want tech news and exclusive leaks in a way that doesn't suck? Hit the subscribe button and turn on all notifications so you don't miss the next episode. Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Front Page Tech, FPT. Of course, the show that gives you all latest tech news from one geek that is me to another that is you. We're back at it. Things are starting to move again. This is the second episode of the week. That's kind of crazy. So, listen, peonies crossed that this news drought is coming to an end. Okay, so first up for the day, first story numero uno. This is a big one. Like, this is a huge story. It matters a lot. But for some reason, conveniently, nobody is reporting on it. You see, yesterday, Vice dropped a story reporting that a writer for 9to5Mac was caught bribing a source who ended up being a double agent for Apple. Yeah, I know, that sounds crazy. It sounds like something out of a movie. So let's just take a second, breathe, and process that. What? Okay, moving on. The story is this. Back in 2018, Audrey Shumaco was sort of serving as a mole for Apple, targeting and investigating Apple employees who were suspected of leaking company information. And then, of course, turning around and reporting that to Apple. But also, he happened to be targeting journalists who were looking for their next big story. That is where 9to5Mac and writer Guilherme Rambo come into play. You see, after meeting in an online, quote, Apple internal community, Rambo reportedly offered Shumaco $500 worth of Bitcoin, what is now worth $3,592 USD, in exchange for information and data regarding, at the time, upcoming iPad Pro features, which is illegal, by the way. Shumaco told Vice that in a previous conversation, Rambo told him that, quote, 9to5Mac doesn't pay sources. However, not long after, when Shumaco told Rambo that he had extracted a data dump from an iPhone XR prototype, Rambo responded with, "I'd pay you for that dump." And can anyone guess what happened next? 9to5Mac then published a story, which is now deleted, titled "Exclusive: iPad Pro Face ID Details, 4K HDR Video over USB-C, AirPod-like Apple Pencil 2 pairing, more." Yikes. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to award that with this here one yike. Speaking with Vice in response to this story, Rambo says that 9to5Mac did not know that the payment had taken place. And then also in a statement to Vice, 9to5Mac said that paying sources goes against their policies. Okay, so that's the story, but oh man, Where do I even start? First of all, I respect 9to5Mac and the work they do a lot. I think that's why this is so disappointing, and I can only hope that they're telling the truth, that they were not aware that this had happened back then, and I also hope that this is not a common practice of other 9to5Mac writers, or really writers for any tech publications ever. But equally as disappointing and very concerning is that other tech news sites, like all the other tech news publications, they are radio silent about this. No one is covering this. Mac Rumors wrote an article about the double agent, but completely left out the 9to5Mac part of it. Like, I don't get it. I don't know what's going on here. I can't tell if this is just other tech publications trying to protect their own, but it really seems like people are collectively trying to keep this story as quiet as possible. And that is really concerning. The only places that I saw this yesterday was on Vice, where the original report came from, and on frontpagetech.com. Here's a question. If this had been me, If this was a story about how Jon Prosser bribed and paid a source, would everyone be equally as quiet about it? I'm genuinely asking. If the story was Jon Prosser bribed and paid a source for leaked information, committing theft of trade secrets, and just outright breaking journalistic integrity, would this be quiet? Would there be nobody talking about this online? Or would this be one of those tech community scandals? I'm just saying, this does not look good for 9to5Mac. As far as we know, there haven't been any consequences for the writer, and I'm very concerned about how a real news story can be totally buried because every other tech outlet turned a blind eye to it. It just goes to show that they get to decide what is news and what isn't. How convenient.
How convenient is that? Wow, how convenient is f***ing that?
Hey, it's summer, which means you're probably just leaving your balls hanging out. Which is what you're doing if you're not using a VPN. Don't let everyone see your balls. Right now, WeVPN has their summer sale going on. Get 74% off and 3 months of free service with the purchase of a 2-year plan for only $259 a month. Not only is WeVPN my favorite VPN of all of them, they also now unblock over 350 plus streaming services. That's more than any other VPN. Protect yourself online, don't let your ISP trace you, and unblock all of your favorite streaming services. Make sure to click that link below to get started, and of course, a huge thanks to WeVPN for supporting the show. All right, welcome back. Let's talk about this Apple Watch story that just came out. You may have seen this one in the news. 91 Mobiles posted an exclusive report showing the Apple Watch Series 7 in CAD images. Yeah, you may have seen it. The CADs reveal that the new Apple Watch is getting completely redesigned with flat edges, bigger speakers, and a better display. But of course, if you watch this show, if you're part of the Toilet Squad, then you saw this 3 months ago. All the way back in May on this show, we gave you your first look at this brand new redesign based on images that I had received from multiple sources. Images of the real thing, as well as CAD files. As always, I gave those images to Renders by Ian, who created these incredible 3D renders so that we could show you what the new Apple Watch looks like 4 months before Apple actually announces it. And as you can see, the design is pretty much confirmed at this point. The CADs that 91 Mobiles posted completely match our renders from May, corroborating the information that we gave you. And as I always say, hearing the same information from multiple sources that you trust is always a good thing. So props to 91 Mobiles for that exclusive, and a huge thank you to all the tech sites that covered this fairly, mentioning that yes, we had showed you that same design months ago, but then, of course, there were those that pretended like this was major news and like we haven't seen this before. In fact, in some YouTube videos discussing the 91 Mobiles report, videos that I watch anyway, that I enjoy, I saw comments in the comments section like this gem saying, "You avoiding John and Ian's renders makes me happy." And the reply, "Why? F both of them." Okay, yeah, awesome. You're cool. Bragging about how you ignore actual news and facts because you don't like who's reporting it. Good job. Also, I get that people hate me on the internet. People say whatever they want. You can say, have at it. Enjoy. You can hate me, but what did Ian do? That kid works so hard and is extremely talented and was able to show you guys an unreleased Apple product months before it comes out. But I guess some people on the internet like getting their news 3 months late. Congrats. As you can see, I am upsetty spaghetti today. Just watching the internet be the internet. The 9to5Mac thing, I'm over it. And listen, I don't want to be all the way negative, so I will end with this. Thanks. Thank you guys, the Toilet Squad, for watching this ridiculous show every single day and being so supportive even when the rest of the internet hates us. I make this show for you, not them. So yeah, whatever. Regardless of how people cover us, either way, I am happy to see a report get corroborated by another outlet. Another outlet, by the way, who is historically accurate. But then again, my MacBook Pro coming at WWDC report was also corroborated by other outlets, and we know how that one went.